What does an ideal democratic system look like to you?
What does democracy mean to me?
People have the choice.
Needs of everyone are met.
Everybody has an equal say.
The Supreme Court of Chief Justice John Roberts declared that corporations had all the rights of people. Any restrictions on how these corporate beings spend their money on political advertising are unconstitutional.
There are two critical problems coming out of the Citizens United ruling. One is the problem of unlimited campaign spending. The other problem is the problem of assigning corporations, artificial creatures of the state, with political rights that we as people have under the Constitution.
An individual will now be able to give to as many candidates, parties, and political committees as he or she wants.
A lot of people who have in the past felt that they were effectively involved in the political process are now coming to wonder whether their personal involvement is a waste of time. And that's a very serious problem.
A normal community where people live together, work together, and do things for each other.
You're swell.
We had a problem with money in politics, certainly, before, but it has been made exponentially worse.
The idea of democracy and equality is very much undermined by the notion that rich people can just give as much money as they want. The Supreme Court says unlimited money, and the politician has to raise money to get reelected. Of course they're going to pay more attention to the rich person. Only a fool wouldn't.
It has undermined really grassroots democracy by being able to use hidden money, money that is untraceable, to influence elections.
The notion that voters are able to make a choice, it belies the fact that voters don't actually have a choice in most elections in this country. And if they have a choice, their choice is often with the money-backed candidate up against the money-backed candidate.
Corporations and unions, they're people just like you and me, but without mouths. So they can only talk through their wallet cords.
If a corporation breaks the law, you can't arrest the corporation and put them in jail, which is considered under our system to be a deterrent to bad behavior.
If a corporation creates a cost that it can put onto the general public or to somebody else, it will do that. But because we've admitted, as a result of Citizens United, the dominance of corporate speech, the reduction of cost for the corporations is the supreme good.
The gap between the rich and the middle class, not to mention the poor, is bigger, bigger, bigger.
You know, it's a power struggle between these artificial creatures of the state, corporations, and people. One real goal of this constitutional amendment movement is to change the culture in this country so that it's not so focused on the corporate culture, the corporate entity, but it's focused on we as people.
States of America, perform your duties as members of the election board. Best of your ability, so help you God.
I do.
The fact that there are such a wide spectrum of interests opposed to the Citizens United ethic gives you some kind of optimism that a solution will be found within our political process.
And the continued dominance of corporations over our lives, over our government, over our elections, over our workplaces is, I think, alarming to many many Americans, and is why many are joining the fight to both amend the Constitution but to advance that basic notion that people come first.